Hi, this is Anne-Marie Martins, Level 3 QHHT practitioner. In this session, the client travels to a place that he says feels familiar to him. A place that is entirely made of crystal, with beautiful colors in every spectrum of the rainbow and beyond. The atmosphere has a luminescence from the sun and the crystals interacting with each other. He describes how he is a teacher and works with these massive crystals to beam energy down to Earth and other planets that need help or a change in their vibration. He describes how the energy travels and the effect that they are trying to achieve. We were later told by his higher self that this place is in another dimension, very close to the Creator Source energy. And the higher self also told us that he chose his current lifetime so that he can finally work with crystals directly on planet Earth. Now is the time.
I think I've been here before.
Can you describe it?
I know where I'm at, but the place is solid crystal.
The place is solid crystal?
Yes, it's like the planet or whatever it is. It's solid crystal. I go into what I think is my home.
Right.
It's crystal inside and out. Inside it's crystal furniture. It's beautiful. The angles that the light reverberating off of the different angles of the crystal is just stunning.
Do you notice any colors?
Yeah, the colors are the rainbow type colors and even beyond. The colors are beyond a certain light structure, a light. What I know of light spectrum. It's beyond the light spectrum.
Okay. And you mentioned that one of these is where you live.
Yes.
You're inside. And tell me, what's in this place besides the crystals? Anything?
It's a regular. It's my home.
Okay.
It has different rooms in it. It has just the walls are stunning.
All right.
They're incredibly stunning.
Right. And are you able to interact with the crystals?
Not there, but in the place that I work, I do.
In the place where you work?
That's somewhat my job.
Okay. And how do you perceive yourself in this scene? Do you have a body?
I have a body, white coat, totally white coat, or white pants, if you will. And I have some type of necklace type adornment.
Can you tell me more about that?
Well, it is a like a power generator.
The necklace is a power generator?
Yes.
Okay.
So that helps me. It attunes me to another stream of energy from wherever it comes, and that then helps me work with the crystals and what they're performing to do, which what are they doing? They are interacting somewhat like They are interacting with, I think, what they call the pyramids on Earth and other energy places on Earth.
These crystals on this place
Yeah,
where you are?
yeah. So I am an instructor because I have to train other people.
Okay.
I'm an instructor on what size, strength, type, and all that goes with that to these other people.
I see. And do you perceive yourself as a man or a woman or what?
Yeah, a man, I think, mostly a man.
Right. And are you old or young?
I'm middle-aged.
Right. And how does your body feel?
Feels great.
Feels healthy?
Very healthy.
Okay. And can you describe what your skin looks like or your head?
The skin is really, really white.
Really white?
Very white.
Okay.
It's not a. It's just pure white.
All right. And can you describe how you feel in this body? Energetically.
There's just the energy within my body is like peak. And you're working with crystals, especially the right ones.
Yes.
It is peak performance. Just no
Right.
issues whatsoever in the body.
All right. Are there certain things that you can do in this body? In other words, I'd like to ask, how do you communicate with others while you're in this body?
Telepathically.
Is that how you teach?
Yes.
All right. And tell me, let's move forward to the place and the time when you're teaching this group that you're teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about the environment and the students that you're teaching?
Yes, the students, well, first of all, the environment, it's a huge room. Again, all crystal. The room is totally crystal, quartz crystal. The people are much like me. They're the same. They're coming along. They're younger. They're 20s, maybe 30s. They're coming along, and this is what they want to do. This is what their life is about.
Right.
And it's what they want to learn, and they want to be able to send energy to other planets, if you will, to be able to help other civilizations.
So they want to be able to learn how to send the energy
Yes.
to other planets using the crystals?
Yes. Energy. Yeah, it's all about energy.
To help other planets. Okay. And you mentioned that Earth was one of the planets that you send energy to?
Earth is one.
All right. How do you send energy to Earth, and what do you... what are you trying to do?
Okay, there's beams you don't even need wormholes. You don't need. There's rivers that run through each dimension,
Okay.
each universe, if you will. There are rivers that flow through energy-wise, and all you need to do is tap into one of those rivers to take you to a given point that you're desirous of.
Yes.
And the energy flows there. It's simple. I say it's simple because it is, but beaming the energy, time and space mean nothing. Beaming the energy there, if you find a river, fine. If not, it's going there anyway. And so you're connecting with different tribes. You're connecting with different civilizations in other worlds.
Okay. And are there other, this place where you are that's made of crystal, would you call it a planet or what? Where are you?
I sense I'm based on a planet. I don't know what if there's a name for it or not, but it's just simply beautiful.
Okay, and these rooms of crystal where you are, do you sense that you are above ground or below ground?
Above ground.
All right. Can you tell me what you notice about the sky in this place?
The sky?
Yes. The atmosphere surrounding
the atmosphere is a, well, how do I even start to describe it? It's luminescence. I think that's because of the interacting with its sun and the crystalness of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a luminescence layer, if you will.
Okay.
It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning.
Is there any colors that you notice in this atmosphere? All the colors?
Again, all the colors of the spectrum, and way beyond that.
Okay.
Way beyond that. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Do you hear anything in this place?
Pardon me?
Do you hear anything? What does it sound like?
No, it's a quiet. I really don't hear anything. Again, we talk telepathically.
Okay.
And working with crystals, there's really no sound involved. There's no sound outside. It's all peaceful, beautiful, beautiful place.
So tell me, how do you specifically, if you decide you want to send energy to Earth, what would you do? Do you hold the crystals, or do you stand around a clump of them, or how do you do that?
Okay, yes, there's massive columns.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean massive. They're huge.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn to tap into a certain point in the column.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have separate type crystals that are somewhat large.
Mm-hmm.
They are then directed. We know points of where we need to beam the energy.
Okay.
And at what times, because this planet also turns around its sun. So there's different times that you can beam the energy.
And can one person do this, or do you do it as a collective?
One person can do it. Being I can do it. Now the people who are learning have to do it in 2s, 3s, 4s, or whatever.
Okay.
Because they're learning, and it's the same thing as it's the same thing as anything. If you have more people focusing on one thing, then it's more powerful.
Right.
In my position, I don't need that. I've already been attuned or have become accustomed to the energy.
Okay.
So it's a fun thing.
So you're able to do it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And do you decide, or does someone else decide where to send it?
Good question. I get information that's downloaded from somewhere that XYZ planet needs help in a way. If we send some energy there, it'll uplift. It'll be more positive, at least for a period of time. Again, it comes to me. I don't know how, but I react. I said, okay, and then I'm able to, or the other people are able to take those instructions and perform
perform that. All right. So we'd like to ask about when you've done this for Earth. Tell me, what do you notice happens? What kind of reaction do you receive from Earth?
The reaction, we get a visual of what happens,
Okay.
and you can see when it's beamed Earth. When it's beamed that way, there's a glow that happens. There's like a pulse.
A pulse.
There's a pulse of white type energy. We can see that. We can see that pulse, so we know the point that we're sending it to, whether it be the pyramids, whether it be Machu Picchu, whether it be different points around the Earth. There's a glow that comes out of it. So we know that the energy was delivered. We know now it's up to the people on that planet to pick up on that energy and to respond.
I see. So it's giving them a booster.
It's positive. It's all positive.
All right. And you mentioned earlier that these crystals work with the pyramids on those planets. So when you're beaming this energy, is it beamed towards a pyramid specifically, or?
It can be if that's a point that we're dealing with. Again, from the information that we get, we are to direct it to a given spot or whatever. And again, you see that glow. And the people in that general area should feel a little change in their body if they're attuned to it, not attuned meaning that they did something, but if they're
in sync,
if they sense something good, something positive,
all right.
we can see that there's a response to that.
I see. So you're targeting specific areas of the Earth, not the whole Earth. All right. And at this time, are you able to sense the Earth in a specific time of its evolution, or are you working through time and space?
I'll say this: Earth is a tough one.
Tell us more about that.
When you talk about evolution, we know, we being on that particular planet, we know that Earth is a kind of a backwards colony, so to speak. And so that's why we like to help it as much as possible by beaming, to help them overcome trials and tribulations that they are experiencing.
I see.